Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-June 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Libra. Okay, and so I actually had to pause my computer, but I've decided to start all over again. I wanted to take actually a moment to really look at the spread and actually make the decision if I was going to re-record, because it's a very negative and difficult and challenging spread. And like I've told other signs, there are times when I reshuffle and do the spread all over again. Mainly it's not because it's negative or positive or whatnot. It's just because it's complicated and I don't see how I can explain it in a good way. And I don't understand it half the time. So I can't tell it to you, explain it to you if I don't get it, right? So there are things about this deck that I'm still learning and understanding. But my point being is that I want to preface this reading by saying this is a very tough spread, and it's going to come. You may come across for some people as very negative. And those of you who are looking for your happy ending reading, this is not for you, okay? I am going to be speaking to people who the end of June is not going to be so easy. And this is not a live happily ever after spread. I want to say that. So for those of you who might want to turn it off now, it's up to you. But I want you guys to know ahead of time that that's where I'm at with it. And I did not reshuffle and start again with a whole new spread because I wanted to be real with what's here and work with what's here, because it is making sense to me and I can explain it, even though it's challenging for you. As long as I can explain it, that's important, okay? And as long as I can deliver it, I hopefully try to deliver it in a positive way. But it is not a happy ending, so I will say that, okay? I am back, by the way. I'm back using my Stephanie Puy-Moon Law Shadowscapes deck, okay? And I've already laid out the spread here, so I'm going to go into it in just a sec. I do want to say, though, that I am going to be doing couples counseling. Not counseling in the way that everybody thinks of it, but sessions with two people, okay, with partners, in an effort to really learn more about relationships myself. And also because it's something that I think people need, and I think that the way I'm going to structure it is going to be very helpful for people. So I'm probably going to be offering that sometime in July. I'll let everybody know in my July videos. And I'm going to be posting another video about it as well. For those of you who are interested, please let me know, because I am going to be starting a waiting list for couples that want to get in with me once I start to, offer that service. Okay. And I'm also seeing to see if people are going to be interested in it. If there's really not much interest, then I won't offer it. I'll just continue my one-on-one sessions. But I do think that it would be helpful for people. So, that said, I'm also, the last thing is I'm also not going to be bringing back my sex and relationships videos for some time, and maybe not even until August. I don't know yet, because I'm very busy with private clients, and it takes me a lot of time to record the videos that I do with the main deck. So, and I do also feel like it's a little bit redundant. There's like two sets of followers. The followers that really like my Shadowscapes and that really like my sex and relationships videos. But I feel like people get more out of the Shadowscapes ones for some reason. And even though people really like the sex and relationships one. So it's just like I have two sets of people, and I do feel like it's a lot for me to do two sets a month. So I'm going to be bringing them back, kind of sporadically. That said, I want to start off with the part of this spread that's not the happy ending for the Libras, okay? Because I want to just jump right into it, okay? So the reason I say it's not a happy ending for the month of June for you Libras is because you have the Two of Swords in the position of your attitude here. And the outcome is the Three of Swords. So this is a very tough set, okay? Because inevitably the outcome is you getting hurt, okay? Now, you might be the swan that sees the potential in somebody else, okay? And they lash out and you get hurt, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if you were the swan. However, some of you may be the person that is lashing out and someone else gets hurt, okay? And you hurt somebody else and you break somebody else's heart. Librans are natural heartbreakers, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, you know? It's, to me, it just feels very much, for the most of you, it's you that's getting hurt. So here's the thing. The Two of Swords is a person, is about two people, okay? One of them is usually an asshole, or what I call the bloody wanker, okay? Or one of them is, you know, rejecting you. One of them is ignoring you. One of them is in strong disagreement with you. Someone's just really ignoring and giving you the cold shoulder. This is where the guy rejects the girl. The girl sees potential in the relationship. The guy rejects the girl either because he is unavailable emotionally or he's unavailable actually, where he's in another relationship with somebody else and there's cheating going on. Libra, if you're involved with someone who has a third party, this is not good for you. This is going to lead to heartache in the end, okay? If you're the person that's rejecting somebody or ignoring somebody, this is going to lead to heartbreak on their part, okay, for them, heartache for them. It's important that you know and understand that that's part of there's someone's going to get hurt here. Most likely, Libra, it's going to be you, but it could also be your partner that gets hurt. Okay. I have also seen the Two of Swords in situations where someone's emotionally unavailable, where this might not be your partner. For those of you who are single, this may be someone in your life who, this could be a friend actually, who's has kind of cut you out of their life and said, I can't be friends with you anymore. That's it. It's over. We can't talk anymore for whatever reason. And you got hurt. This really hurt you. Okay. Some kind of ending is happening at the end of June. This is an ending. I see that this is most likely because of another person. Okay. Very unlikely that it's just, you get hurt, or just the element of sacrifice, although it could be. It could be also a death in the family, but I really don't think so. I feel like this is because there's someone that you're involved with, or someone that maybe you were friends with, or someone, could be someone that you're just sleeping with, okay, who you see the potential in the relationship, but they're never going to commit to you, okay, maybe because they don't want to, or maybe because they have another person that they're sleeping with already. One way or the other, it feels to me that this relationship isn't going to last. It's not going to go anywhere. If you're in a marriage situation, and you're a married Libra, this is where you and your partner disagree, you don't see eye to eye, and the swords come out, okay? And someone gets hurt, and inevitably you're going to get a divorce. Because I pulled an additional card. This fight is the fight to end all fights, and it will end in heartache. And I hate to say that, but I feel like it's like boom, 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 this may be Aries and a fire sign combination, because I pulled an additional card for the attitude position, and this also may be someone in your family, again, because this is family, sometimes family squabbles, sibling rivalry, okay? Someone wants to say their piece. Someone wants to make their mark on the world. Someone wants to be right, okay? And they have to be right. And Libras, and I'm not coming down on you here, but I'm saying Libras sometimes need to prove their point. They need to prove their point because they think they know better, but in the end, that proving their point actually ends up causing more problems. And you, Libra, you may be right. You may be 100% right. The problem is your partner doesn't agree. And even if you argue the point to death and beat the horse to death, in the end, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to lead to a breakup or a divorce. So you're going to have to kind of feel it out as far as your own situation. This is the type of thing that I would recommend having a private reading for, because some people, it's really going to depend on every person. And I don't want to say that every Libra in the world is going to have a miserable end of their June. I'm not saying that, but I don't feel like if you're in a marriage, I don't feel like you're going to come out of this marriage alive, in the sense that, you're not going to come out of it unscathed. Let's just put it that way, okay? To me, this is a major thing. Things really go south real quick, and it leads to a negative place. But I don't necessarily see as the divorce being a negative thing. I actually see it as being a positive thing for you, because then you'll have the opportunity to be in a better relationship later down the line. For those of you who are single, it is somebody in your life that's, it may not be, again, your partner. If you're single, it may just be a friend, or it may be a relative, or maybe family issues, family drama. It's so funny. I just saw this bird fly by, this big, looks like a seagull actually, with these two little birds following it and chasing its tail. It's a very interesting little metaphor, because to me that's the three. There's those three birds that, you got this ace of wands with these three foxes, boom, boom, boom. It could be sibling rivalry, or just issues with other people. There's someone else that is in your environment that is causing you trouble, that's causing you pain, that's going to cause you pain in the end, okay? And this is where, you got the Justice card. Things are going to work out, but they're going to work out fair. So what's fair to you might not be actually what happens, okay? What's fair in the karmic sense. So if you're in a relationship and you want to get 50-50 in the divorce, chances are you're going to get either 60-40 or 70-30 or even possibly 90-10. It just depends on which Libra you are. I think it's going to be more like 60-40, 65-35 even. It's not going to be 50-50. This is where karma comes in, okay? So starting off, so that's the end of June. The middle of June, where you're going to be watching these videos just after the Mercury retrograde, although it probably hasn't left its post shadow, which is unfortunate, because I really want Mercury retrograde to be completely done. But anyways, you got the Sun in reverse. And the Sun in reverse is a tough place to be. The Sun in reverse is getting sick and not feeling good. This is upheaval. This is feeling drained. This is traveling home also. This is to go back, okay? So the Sun in the upright, in my mind, is he's flying into the future. He or she is flying into the sunset, riding off into the distance, flying into the future. Things are great, okay? In reverse, the person is completely drained. They're just they're hanging off the bird, you know what I mean? They're traveling. You may be traveling a lot, Libra, this summer, or you may be planning on traveling. You may want to go home. You may be away from home. And this whole thing about you being away from home is causing you some, stress. the thing is, when it's almost like you have a lack of vitamin D. When you don't get enough sun, the vitamin D, you don't have enough vitamin D, you're more prone to getting sick when you get stressed. And Libras can get stressed out very easily. I know they probably don't want to hear that, but this is you getting like, this is like a cold. Someone who gets a cold in the summertime. Why? Because you're stressed out. Why? Because maybe you haven't gone home in a really long time and you need to go home, you know? Maybe, you know, you just feel, maybe you spend your entire day inside, kind of like in a dark room, kind of like where I am at, and it's sunny outside, but you're not getting the benefits of that sun, you know? Maybe you do go out, but like you catch the sun the last few minutes before it goes down. So you're not really getting the benefits. You're not getting the vitamin D. I'm also feeling you're not really taking care of your like nutritional health, so you're not really getting the vitamins and minerals you need. You may be having like a chocolate chip cookie and some chocolate for lunch and like coffee for breakfast and maybe, you know, a milkshake or something on the way home, and then maybe like a frozen dinner for dinner. Okay, this is not nutritionally, you know, valuable. Okay, I mean, you're not getting, there's no substance in that stuff. Okay, so you need to kind of get something with vitamins and minerals. If you can get a juicer, Libra, I would suggest it. I just feel like ultimately you need to take better care of your health. That's your primary focus. I also feel like your relationship is causing you stress. So this relationship isn't healthy for you. I mean, doesn't feel like you're really taking care of yourself anyways, but the relationship you're in isn't healthy. Okay, so that's the main point. And what's crossing you is you have a lot going on. Okay, to make matters worse, you kind of have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is where, you know, you have a lot of shit to deal with. You know, this is beating the world off with a stick. This guy or girl is moving through these foxes. I mean, this is male Librans, specifically male Librans. I feel like this is strong for you, but also females as well. Feeling like, you know, you got a lot of bills to pay, you got a lot of things to do, and you got a lot of places to go, and you got a lot of people to see, and there's just too many things. And to me, I think of it as like you pay one bill and then another one comes in, and you pay another and another one comes in. And it's like you're buried in bills, you're buried in credit cards, you're buried in you know, obstacles where it's like you pay off your credit card and then you get a speeding ticket, you know, and then your insurance goes up and you pay your insurance, and then, you know, something else happens. So it's just like one thing after another after another. So you got to watch out for that. Now, here's the positive news, is that you will get through it, but you are, in a way, headed in the wrong direction. You're looking for answers in the wrong way. You're trying to get through things too quickly, too fast, and you need to pay more attention to those things, okay? Until like your day-to-day business and your bills and things like that. Okay, so you do have some positive things surrounding you right now. Okay, so there are some things kind of on the outskirts that is positive. The first one is that what's crowning you is that you have this Ace of Cups, which to me is financial prosperity. Okay, it's some of you, you know, going through come through a time of hardship, and you have money flowing in. Maybe you haven't had money for some time. Other people, you may have feelings for someone. I feel like that someone has another partner, that someone has another girlfriend, that someone has another boyfriend, that someone has, there's you know, you got this Two of Pentacles, which came out. Okay, so I gave you several additional cards in this spread, Libra, because these two cards came out at the same time. They fell out at the same time. Okay, and they are the Four of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, now the Two of Pentacles is the juggler. It is that person who is juggling another partner, another, you know, spouse, another girlfriend or boyfriend. Somebody's on the side, basically. Okay, and the Four of Cups is being checked out of a relationship. Okay, Hang on just a second. There we go. The Four of Cups is living in the fantasy, not the reality. The Four of Cups is living in dreamland, wishing for things that you don't have. To me, they come together. To me, it seems like you really want this person who's unavailable. And in the end, this person who's unavailable is going to hurt you in some way, emotionally, okay? For some of you, it's, you know, it could be this is what you're dealing with. You are dealing with like work-life balance issues, and your partner is kind of checked out of the relationship, is kind of unavailable emotionally. There's a lot of emotional unavailability going on in this this reading. In the relationship you have to your partner, there's emotional unavailability. Okay, whoever it is, girl, you know, this could be a friend. Okay, this again may not be your marriage partner, or girlfriend, or boyfriend. This is just someone in your life who's emotionally unavailable. You may be in a relationship with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio female, okay? And she may, you know, she may be kind of disconnected. You may have recently broken up with her. But I feel like you may see, there's a lot going on in June, because you may break up with her and then get back together. Or you may be, you know, female, break up with the guy and then get back together in the end. But I'm telling you, because you have the Three of Swords as the outcome, you're going to get hurt. It's not just like you're in a regular cycle of breaking up and getting back together. To me, this is very final, okay? To me, this is a very final showdown where I don't feel like you're going to get back together. If you do get back together, it would be significantly and really unwise, okay? And I don't suggest it. Why? Because what needs to follow the Three of Swords is time to heal, okay? To get better, to not be in that negative space. If you go on or try to push forward in this relationship with this person who's emotionally unavailable or otherwise, it's just going to kind of continue on being negative. It's not like where it's going to get better and, you know, things will work its way out. I don't feel that way. Because you also have the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like some of you are waiting for things to get better. You're waiting on this person who's unavailable, hoping that things are going to be good. You may be in a marriage hoping that things are going to get better and things are going to be good. It really is going to depend on each situation, but I feel like, again, for those of you who are married that are watching this, chances are you're going to get a divorce, okay? Now, this is going to really depend on each situation, okay? This is a general reading, okay? General reading. I'm not saying everyone in the world that's a Libra is going to get a divorce. I'm not saying that, but I am saying there's this pattern I'm seeing, you know, breaking up because there's either work-life balance issues or, you know, there's another party involved somehow, okay? Waiting to get back together or getting back together and then it not working out in the end. This is a major test of your strength, okay? Because you got the Strength card in reverse, okay? In this reading, the Strength of upright position is here. See the girl with the lion. And then in reverse, to me, I wrote, there is no opposite of strength, because strength just is. Everyone has strength, just not at all the times they need it. Your strength is like iron, a very tough person who will always win, a 9, okay? So, part of the problem, I feel like, for you, Libra, is I feel like you think you're in control, or because you're a very strong-willed person, you may feel like you are in control of the situation and that things are going to go according to your plan. But I hate to break it to you, I really don't think this is a case where I feel like, in a way, you have almost an overinflated sense of control. You may have control issues. You may have been abused as a child, okay? Because for me to get this feeling, it feels like there was some abuse as a child for some of you, okay? Where there was some neglect or abuse. Like it's sort of like you're acting on the negative side of the Libra, okay? Or you're acting on the negative side. Although strength doesn't have an opposite, and strength just is. To me, it feels like you have almost too much strength for your partner, or too much strength, or an over kind of like, again, inflated sense of power and control. And you like to have a sense of power and control in your life and in general, but this is not serving you well, okay? Whereas, like, I would normally say to me, this is a very good card, okay? But because this is coming up here, I just don't feel that it's actually benefiting you in this reading, okay, or in your relationships right now. Your strength might benefit you in other ways. Career-wise, it benefits you. You know, being a strong person, strong individual, maybe being well known in your community, supporting others. All this strength that you have is very positive. But in your personal life with your partner or your relationship, your wife, your husband, it's not helping the relationship. Your need to control the other person or control the relationship isn't coming really from a good place. It's actually coming from a place of fear, of like a lack of control, of, maybe, as a child being abused or abandoned, or, not having the love and the nurturing there. So feeling like things were out of control in some way, I do feel like, because you have the Three of Pentacles here, career-wise, you are doing very well. This is a strong foundation. You may have had a great coworker, or a strong work environment, or even like a strong love partner in the recent past. Okay, I should say in the distant past. Okay, you may have been married before too. Also, if you're married now, you may have been married before, and the partnership you had before was positive, and you did support each other. For some reason, I don't feel like it's the same person. Okay, could be. But I also see it as being a career card too. So I feel like career-wise, you're good. Financially, you're good. You have the Ten of Pentacles in the recent past. And the Ten of Pentacles is big money, big wealth, okay? Some of you are doing fine financially. It's your relationships that you're really struggling in. For those of you who are single, your strength gives you power, and that's amazing. But it's causing, again, it's going to cause problems in your personal life, okay? So I'm going to put all the cards away and pull a final card for a final message, because I feel like it's really crucial for you to and I always look to see what the card underneath the deck is, because in a way that's the hidden factor. That's kind of like what you really want, or that is what's going to happen. That's the unknown, okay, factor. It's kind of like the mystery, like a mystery card. You got the Lovers, okay, so you really want a real partner. You really want love. You really want a really good relationship, loving, honest, beautiful person, someone you can talk to. You really want that. And I can see that, and I can see why, But let me pull a final card and see what you guys get. Interesting. So the outcome The final card, I told you it wasn't going to be a happy ending. No. You got the Emperor, okay? And the reason you're getting the Emperor is because the Emperor to me is about fate. It's about timing. It's about things not happening when you want them to happen or how you want them to happen, and giving up the control to God. Saying let go and let God, and say, it's all good because in the end, I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to be a better person, okay? It's so sort of just like fate kind of decides whether things are going to happen or not happen. And so you really have a strong element of fate here. So if your relationship is dissolving, if there's somebody who's no longer in your life, whether they passed away or whether it's, like because, you chose or they chose not to be in your life anymore, it's all part of the divine plan. It's all sort of supposed to be that way. And it creates the space for the new to come in, and it creates the space for you to have something better. So give up the control. It's not going to happen when you want it to happen or how you want it to happen. Part of the reason, and I'm going to say something here too, for those of you who are in a relationship with someone who's unavailable, there's part of you that wants to control. There's a part of you that wants to control what happens. You wouldn't be in a relationship with someone who's unavailable if you didn't have that need to control. In a way, you're so concerned that you're never going to have a relationship that this is better than nothing. And the thing is that's not true. Because not in this case, because I feel like you're going to get hurt in the end by this other person. So it would be better actually to have nothing and have that space available. That I always talk about the parking space. Have that parking space reserved for your future misses or future mister, right? And don't let anybody else fill that space until you found that person. So it's important that you have that there. So don't try to control. Don't try to control your love life by getting somebody in your life that's unavailable. Don't try to control others in any way. Just go with the flow. Know that things happen in a divine way, in divine timing, and things will get better in time. And I feel like you are going to have either a marriage partner or a love partner in the future, because you got the Lover's card as the mystery card. So look forward to that, okay? And that's all that I have for now. So I do think that everybody gets their happy ending. Aside from that Once Upon a Time show where the villains don't get their happy ending, everybody gets their happy ending if they try hard enough. That's how I see it. Every day is a happy ending in my mind, because it's, what we make of it really in life. And so if you want things to be great, you have to work harder to make them great. But I think for you need to kind of let go a little bit and just let it go, and go with the flow more of life. So I wish you guys all the best, and I'll be back again for your July videos, and feel free to email me if you'd like a private reading, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and I wish you all the best. So I'm going to send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.